Hi there, I'm Nancy Hairston. I'm the president of SculptCAD. We're a design and product development company in Dallas, Texas. For Rapid Show 2010, we put together a project called Rapid Artists, SculptCAD Rapid Artists. And this was conceived about 6 months ago upon the question from SME to possibly add an art track to Rapid to 2010. And so I brought together a group of 14 artists from Dallas to come in our studio and learn how to use digital technology to make the art, and taught them about rapid prototyping to realize the physical art. The challenge put to the artists for this exhibition was to exploit the technology that is available with rapid manufacturing and additive manufacturing. So there's on the one end of the spectrum the fabrication aspect of being able to create work. On the other end of the spectrum there's the experimental and finding out what these kinds of technologies can do to help an artist realize a concept or idea in a way that wouldn't normally be able to be done in the physical. So every piece in the Rapid Artist project in some way looks at that sort of idea in how can I use these technologies and these medium to create a work that the fabrication could be exploited, or the way that the 3D tools operate could be exploited. So this piece here, which was done by Sean Smith, is called The Swarm, and it's a very, very good example of how rapid technology, rapid 3D printing allowed this concept to be realized in the physical. He started the piece by sculpting one fly, but used 3D software to, in 3 dimension, develop this French horn shape and intersect all of these flies together. And there would be no way to make this in the physical. No way to mold this or manufacture this in the physical. It's so complex. But with rapid prototyping and the way that, in this case, this is an SLS model, where the powder is built, the powder is hardened for the physical, and the powder not centered is the support of the piece through the printing process, so that when it's taken out, it is supported by the powder. This enabled all these tiny features to be created and not break through the process. So this piece was done by Mark Grote, and it is a commentary on 9/11 and the ability for the Iraqi people to vote. So there's 234 fingers that represent the amount of days between 9/11 and the Iraqi vote. The benefit here with rapid manufacturing is that each one of these fingers was printed by Objet Technologies in rubber. And this is a testament to the ability to do low-run manufacturing with this technology. And rather than the artist having to cast and make molding and make all these fingers in the time-consuming process, all of these were printed in a few days. And this would allow him to, say, from a business point of view, be able to sell each one of these fingers separately or the whole piece as a whole. So this was a good kind of business case for using this. It's done by an artist named Ezel, and these are leaves. Now, this artist is traditionally a marble sculptor, so to make a piece in her world, it takes maybe 2 or 3, 4 or 5 months and a lot of physical labor. So for the piece for this show, she came with a half-finished marble sculpt of a leaf, and using 3-dimensional scanning and 3D software, she was able to finish the sculpture in a few days. And so the two examples we have here is an SLA, or actually this is an EOS print, sorry, in resin, and then this is an EOS print in bronze. And these are excellent examples of 2 different kinds of the materials and the different feel that you can get out of the material properties. She chose to use these materials and leave them untouched out of the printer. So there's two very different effects you can see from these. Again, this bronze piece would have been pretty difficult to make in the real world. And through 3D printing, all of these little puzzle pieces fit together perfectly. Directly out of the printer. So another great example of using rapid manufacturing.